there, and welcome to Speak English with Christina, where you'll have fun becoming fluent in American English. Do you sometimes feel like you're not progressing in English, like you just stay at the same level and you don't continue to improve? Or worse, you feel like your level has decreased. It happens to even the best language learners. So today you'll learn how to take your fluency to the next level. Let's go. What's happening to your English? It's called hitting the intermediate plateau. Hitting the intermediate plateau. When you started learning English, you could see your improvements pretty easily. But now you feel more like this. It's normal. You've reached a point where you can express your ideas more or less correctly, and you don't really need to improve to communicate your message. So people don't correct you, and perhaps you know that you could be better, but you don't know what to improve or how to do it. And maybe you've just started to accept that you'll never understand all the expressions with get, or phrasal verbs will remain a mystery, or you're doomed to use the same vocabulary that you already have. No, it doesn't have to be this way, but you need to identify what's blocking you. That's the first step to getting off the intermediate plateau. If you need help identifying how to get off the intermediate plateau, you can join my personal fluency coaching. We work specifically on how to accelerate your progress. But first, you need to identify what you need to improve. I need more vocabulary, and I have problems with verb tenses, and I don't have anyone to practice speaking, are not precise enough. We have to really focus on one tiny aspect of English. This way, you improve one small aspect of your English, and then you progress to the next small aspect. And you start seeing progress again. Woohoo! Here's an example. Let's say it's difficult to understand Americans when they talk fast. Maybe your current solution is to watch television series in English. But that's not enough. You need to focus on one aspect of pronunciation. For example, understanding some common phrases the way they really sound. You can focus on these expressions for, let's say, a week to be sure that you understand them. And then at the end of the week, you'll feel your progress starting again. If you have this precise problem, you're in luck because my American Accent Survival Kit is designed to help you start understanding Americans when they talk fast. And I'll put the link below the video if you want to get it. Now, the most important thing at this step is to identify that one precise aspect of English you want to improve. And then the key here is to do activities that help you solve the problem that you identified in the first step. If your objective is to learn a specific grammar structure, Watching episodes of The Good Wife probably won't help. If you want to improve your oral comprehension, reading HuffPost isn't going to help. You need the right resources that correspond to your small, precise objective. This way, you focus on making one small improvement to your English so you see progress immediately. Most people say they don't have a good method to learn, or they're lost because there are millions of resources for learning English. It's easy to feel lost. So here are some suggestions. The right resources depends on your number one small, precise objective. But here are some suggestions to guide you. If your objective is just opportunities to speak, there's my Faster Fluency Conversation Club or a language exchange partner on italki. If you need help improving your comprehension, watch my lesson, How to Improve Your Listening Skills, for a ton of resources. If grammar gives you problems, look for specific grammar exercises by Googling it. Something like exercises third conditional English, or exercises prepositions in, on, at English. That will give you lots of online exercises for precise grammar points. I also like the sites grammarbank.com and learnenglishtoday.com because you can browse, look at the different suggestions, browse grammar points. If you need more vocabulary, focus on one specific theme at a time. You can find lots of good themes and vocabulary on learnamericanenglishonline.com/vocabulary, or by watching some Speak English with Christina lessons on specific vocabulary themes like wine, describing movies, idioms from baseball, talking about your flight, etc. After that, you need to plan your activities so that you're sure to actually do something with what you learn. It's one thing to absorb the information through listening, reading, doing a worksheet, but you also need to practice using the language. If you use it in different types of activities, you're more likely to remember the new English point and truly integrate it into your language. I'll make a specific lesson to give you some ideas because there are so many things that you can do even if you're alone. But if you can't wait, we can always start a personal fluency coaching program together, and the link is below the video if you want more information. Now, what about you? What is your biggest priority in English right now? The one specific, precise thing that you want to improve? Let me know in the comments because I can make a lesson for you. But don't just say, I want to improve my vocabulary. No, be specific. Ultra specific. So specific that you think it's almost absurd. Let me know in the comments below. All right, thanks so much for improving your English with me. I'm Christina, and I'll see you next week.